What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri zone, and welcome back to kind of reality because time is up. If it's Araujo, if it's Kolo Muani, if it's Sancho, Silva, Zirkzee, name the players. Time is up. It's the second week of January. We are playing Torino in a couple of days with two fit center backs and not one fit striker because Milik is still, I don't know where Milik is, and Vlahovic is not 100% fit. That's the reality of the matter. So all the news can be Araujo is taking his time. He is waiting on a Barcelona offer. Barcelona waiting until the Supercopa to be finished, which they play the final against Real Madrid. If it's Kolo Muani is still waiting to give his answer. Tottenham is in the race, in the mix, is jumping over Juve in the race. Zirkzee can leave. Zirkzee wants to wait. He wants to stay at Manu. Manu are not sure if like all the news that's out there is irrelevant because time is up for Giuntoli. And when I say that, I mean this team, Mota, needs fit players. It's as simple as that. And right now, it's getting to a stage where it's actually ridiculous because everybody will fall probably for the excuses of we don't have money, the January window is tough, it's only in 1 month, when everybody knew from September we needed what we needed. So before we get into it, smash the like button because there are some updates. Subscribe to the channel as always, bell notification, put that on as well. And let's talk about time is up. Okay, so this video is recorded in the morning because I'm out, until later tonight. So I will give you a fresh update. However, what's gonna happen between me recording this and what's coming out is irrelevant in terms of even if the news comes out that Araujo is a done deal or Kolo Muani is a done deal or whatever, like Sancho, Silva, name all the players we've been linked with, Zirkzee, it's all a done deal. It's happening. It's too late. It's too late because, like I said, Vlahovic is not fit. So you don't have a striker. The news is that Nico Gonzalez will play up top. And you only have Gatti and Kalulu in a week where you play Torino, Atalanta, and Milan. That's the reality. When you talk about Araujo, the news is whatever you want to make of it. It's the club is pushing, it's close. And if you want to believe Spanish sources, it's not close because he's waiting. Maybe he gets a new deal from Barcelona. His agent is putting out little seeds that he's waiting for Barcelona. Barcelona fans think he's using Juve to get a better contract at Barcelona. Italian sources are suggesting that Barcelona not even willing to give him a new contract right now. And then you have the price tag where you have Spanish media initially talking about 60 million, Italian media talking about nothing when it comes to a transfer fee. And then you have new Spanish media saying, well, it will be around 30 million euros. Now, what do you make of that? I don't know. The point is, he's not playing at Barcelona. The club wants him. Juve wants him. And forget about the injury record right now. But he's taking his time. Barcelona are taking their time. But we do not have time. We do not have time. We don't, We absolutely do not have time. Same goes for Kolo Muani, where the update is the same thing, Even if the news comes out that, hey, it's a done deal, he's going Tottenham, or he's coming Juve, you cannot be certain with these type of players and situations because PSG are open to loaning him out. They're pushing to sign Farah from Napoli, but Tottenham are in a situation where they're like, oh, we have the money potentially, and you want to loan him out, so we can potentially also loan him out. So it's back to square one. And what does a player want? Does he want to play for Tottenham? Does he want to play in the Premier League? Does he want to join Juve? Maybe I'll play Vlahovic and be the main guy the following season because everybody has a feeling Vlahovic is going, Then you have news from Nico Schira saying that, hey, the Hanchko thing, actually it's not over. The club will try in the last couple of days of January. And I'm like, if Feyenoord are not letting him go right now, why would they let him go in January? And if the club knows, well, in January they might let him go, at the end of January, excuse me, why would they start pushing for Araujo? For Antonio Silva, the same thing. It's the same thing. It's Benfica wants a price. We cannot offer that amount of money right now. and it's Jorge Mendes, his agent, trying to, I don't know, butter up basically Benfica and say, you know what, take that fee what the club is offering, or work together to come to that, fee you want, because the player wants to play more, the player wants to leave, because apparently there's already agreement. That's all good and well. If this was the January transfer, the summer transfer window, and we were at the start of the summer, and you hear these type of news, I'm like, man, yeah, the season is so long, the summer is still long. You look, maybe there's an opportunity, maybe you push for a player, but hey, somebody better or as good for a better price comes available, and you're like, okay, let's jump on that. That I get. You conclude like opportunities, taking your time before you pounce on some targets besides your obviously your main targets. But January is different. Usually we're all composed in January. What happens happens. But right now nobody's composed the moment Bremer went down. There was maybe a period where it's like, oh, Kalulu and Gatti are doing okay. And now we're in a situation where it's like, it's not good enough, slash, they're playing basically every single week because we have nobody else. And like I said, 3 games in 7 days. That's going to happen more often this season, especially if you make it out of the group as well in the Champions League. So that being said, time is up. Talks, waiting, Barcelona waiting, like it's done for Giuntoli. You need to do something. You absolutely need to do something, and it needs to happen now. If it's Araujo, if it's Sancho, if it's Silva, whatever. At this point, I think nobody, like, it's getting to a point where I like the debate is not even about quality of players anymore. It's about getting somebody in, which is actually scary in my opinion. Because even I am at fault because I'm talking about timing, because Mota needs fit players when we should be talking about the quality of the players we're being linked with, and their abilities and their profiles. All those things should have been a big talking point, because we will probably should have signed these players week 1, and then we could have discussed like how are they going to adapt. Now we're entering basically the end of January when we get players, and the big month of January is done. Like, many believe our season can be completely done. Many believe we're not going to win 1-2 games in the month of January. Some believe we're not going to beat Torino. We're going to lose against Atalanta and not beat Milan, and then what? Then you have Champions League, and then you have Napoli, in the league as well. Are you going to come back and like, oh, here we go, Araujo and Kolo Muani, but you're like 12 points away or whatever, and you're 5 points off top 4, then like you're making life for yourself very difficult. So I don't know about it. Let me know in the comments. What is it like? How do you feel at this point? Are you just like, yeah, just whatever at this moment in time? Let's wait and see what's gonna happen. Or are you like, yeah, it needs to happen right now, because it definitely needs to happen right now. Also, should we pay over the odds, and what is paying over the odds for Araujo? Because that's a massive debate as well, what he's worth. And Kolo Muani, like, should we pay money? Besides the loan deal, should we include an obligation? Do you think he is the future? Should we go down that path, or play without a striker when Vlahovic is out for now until the end of the season? Let me know in the comments, like the video, subscribe, and I will be back later tonight because we're going to preview the Torino game, and let's see what Motta has to say for that game as well. Thanks for watching. Ciao.